Hello and welcome to the stream. I'm Dr. Ivor. I've got 4 races for you today. We jumped in on Monday recording this. First day of the week of the new dailies. And this is Catalonia in Group 3 cars. We are driving the Porsche 919. It's not a 919, is it? 911. And we're going to be starting in 13th place for the first race. Let's see how much we can gain by the end of it. Obviously we're aiming for first place, but you never know. So here we go, start of the race. We get a pretty good run on out of the first corner. Got 2 Italians ahead of us. We'll see if we can pick them off. We'll surgically remove them from the track. I'm not really going to remove them from the track, I don't want to punt anyone. So one of the Italians gets it all wrong. There's a slight bit of contact ahead, but we stay out of it. Oh no, there must have been a bit of contact from me too, because I got an SR down. Although with the state of the penalty system, that could have just been an SR down for no reason. That guy brakes way too early. Easily take his place off him. We're gonna keep powering ahead. There's a guy dips a wheel on the grass there. There's a bit of contact. We make some good progress on these 2 guys up here. Nearly hit the back of King Beasley. Keep it clean though. Beasley goes for a drive in the mud. And we gain another place from the Beetle coming back on track. He must have got it all wrong going through there. Now the Nissan up ahead gets a bit squirrely on the exit, but we're on the wrong side of him to make a move, so we back out of it. He goes a little bit wide, and we go wide on the entry, tuck it in neat and tidy for the exit, claim his position. Now, there's a nice group up ahead. Ooh, and a Porsche spins out, messes up. We gain another place. So we've gone from 13th to 7th in 1 lap. It's not too bad. Now we've got some work to do to catch the guys ahead. Should be possible though. I think we're down in a B lobby at the moment. So, some quick guys in here. Quick guys at the front. But we're making good progress on the pack. Now, I'll tell you what, this is one of my favourite tracks. I really like Catalonia. Catalonia is so much fun to drive for me. Get yourself a nice handling car, either the Porsche, the R8's pretty good if you can drive it. I want to say the Huracan's probably good round here, but I cannot drive that to save my life, so I don't even bother. So we've caught up to the back of this pack now. Got some work to do. There's like four guys in this group. 2 ahead of fighting. These 2 are very close. The best of Lara here. Massive fan of Tomb Raider. We'll see if we can raid her tomb. That sounded worse than I meant it to. Nice and close, keeping it tight. We get the run on the exit of the corner. Gotta leave space. And Lara's a little bit wide, but we can't make anything of it. And we make a little bit of contact there, so I just back out, just to show that was unintentional. And unfortunately, in doing so, we let through the Swedish driver. But we take that place straight back, because he gets it a little bit wrong on the final turn, so we take full advantage of that. We actually get a massive run on Lara as well. And yeah, we're up to 5th place. So all in all, in 3 laps, we've gone from 13th to 5th, and we skip ahead there because it was a little bit of a whole lap of chasing down this guy. Fabry speed. the Italian in the Supra. So we're going to try and make some moves on him. He gets it a little bit wrong going into the chicane. We get a better drive out. So we're going to have the inside for the final turn. And we make the move stick. But he's definitely going to have a run on us. Because the Porsche has no power. Nothing in a straight line. And that Supra does. So coming into the first turn, I get it a little bit wrong, turn in on him a bit, so I back out, let him have the place back, because we are a friendly guy. We are a friendly guy? I am a friendly guy. Who this we person is we speak of, I have no idea. So, I'm going to try and make another move on Fabry. Get on the power nice and early around that turn. Get into the hairpin. We actually take a bit of an early apex there. Kind of ruins our exit speed. As we come into the uphill section, we've got a nice run, but the space doesn't open up. So we're going to have to tuck in behind. Hopefully get a good run out of this turn. Might have been a bit wide, but we have to serve our penalty. Fabry Speed gets away from us. It looks like it's the end, but he picks up a 0.5 second penalty. Which, if we can stay within a second of him by the end of the race, then we should pick up the position. It'll be a nice 4th place, 13th to 4th if we can stay behind. Keep it nice and tight through the chicane. And keep a nice smooth exit on the final corner. And there we are. That is a 4th place for us. So we're going to jump straight into race number 2. We had good gains in the first race. Let's see if we can make an improvement, see if we can pick up a victory. So starting in 13th again, that Dodge Viper somehow slow off the line. I'm not quite sure how you go slow off a rolling start, but there it is, it happens. BMW driver tries to come around the outside, gets on the power way too early. See him off in the distance in the mirror there. Bye. Now we're coming round onto the back of the Frenchman and the Spaniard. We're later on the brakes into the hairpin. Get a nice drive out. We're definitely making progress here. We're already into 11th place. As we come up the hill, the Spaniard gets it all wrong, holds up the Frenchman, and that is 2 more places for us. So we've got another pack up ahead, next sector of the pack. We're up to 9th already, and 13th, and we've only done a little over half a lap. So it's good progress so far, good gains. Can't be too upset with what's going on so far. That's a nice juicy pack that we've just joined onto the back of. BMW goes wide, up the inside. See you later, mate. And we're onto the back of these 2 Audis. The Frenchman and I'm not sure what the other flag is. 1 Audi wide, 2 Audi wide. We got a nice run. Should have this move done by the end of the straight. Now, they are close enough that they might decide to throw it up the inside. I'm not going to defend it, because I think I'll be later on the brakes. I was wrong. I get a little nudge from behind. It's nothing, I don't think it was anything sinister. It was just a little tap. Still managed to keep it on track, but we do lose a place to one of the Audis. So now we've got a little bit more work to do. Get back past this Audi. Not going to rush it. We've got plenty of time left. We're only on lap 2. We can take our time, stay in behind, keep it close, and wait for a mistake, which he will hopefully make. He pulls out to make a move on the Mercedes. It's not a corner I'd really go for a move on. It gets a little bit tight. It can be done, but you really have to know that the driver on the outside is going to leave you space, because they will cut across in front of you. It's a fast turn. So 2 guys with the penalty there. We move up 2 more positions, we make the move on the Mercedes, and we make it stick. We're then going to engage some nitrous to catch up with the guy ahead, because there's a fairly big gap. I think it was about 6 seconds, so it's a lot to be done with 2 laps to go. Just going to try and put in some nice laps. Keep it tidy, keep it consistent. We ran out of NOS. A little way off the back of him, but we've still got the pace to catch him, I think, even without the nitrous. So, coming up the hill, we're just hoping for a nice, quick turn here. Good exit, because he is driving the Aston Martin, which is an absolute rocket in a straight line, so we're relying on good exit speed to bridge the gap. And it does seem like we are making progress. We are still getting close to him. He takes reasonable line through there. A little bit tight on the exit. Could have used a bit more of the track width, I think. I think he looks like he's going a little bit defensive, which I don't think he should be yet. I'm not close enough to be making a move. But that's up to him. He can do what he wants. And coming down to the back straight for the final lap. Is it the back straight or is it just the straight? I think it's just the straight. But we are within range, we are in the slipstream. We can start to try and fish for a mistake, try and make a move. We're definitely not going to catch first in this race. He's a good way down the road, and we don't have enough laps to do that. I think we were gaining on him as well when we were catching this Spaniard here, but unfortunately it's too late to make a move on him. Spaniard a little bit wide, keep it tight, make a little run. I go for the outside and then cut back, but he blocks me off. Good move, solid defence. Can't complain at a move like that. He parked it on the apex, kept it over to one side, nowhere I could go. That is how you defend that move. So we're still well within the slip here. Although probably not going to get a move down this straight, because like I said, the Aston is a rocket. And he defends, that's a bit more ropey of a defence. Moving in the braking zone, and then he just swerves across. I assume he went for the punt there, and I thought that was a bit out of order. So I stuffed it up the inside because that was a bit mean, and unfortunately pick up a penalty. I block him off there. I got a little bit angry here, which was not good. He starts flashing me. He got a 1 second penalty as well, but it's not going to affect the order. So that one, I'm not very proud of that, because he swerved in on me and I shouldn't have retaliated. I just felt a little bit annoyed that he started driving like that. But there it is. That's 3rd place for us. So we got on the podium from 13th. It's not too bad. And we're going to jump into race 3. And a random body has appeared in my camera. These arms and torso. And a tissue. But anyway, back to the racing. So we are, where are we this time? We are 10th place. We got the whole pack in front of us. These two are fighting already. Supra's lost out, he's on the outside. That's game over for you, my friend. I'll leave him space, make sure I don't knock him off. We got another, the VGT Supra. It's not a Supra, the Toyota. Also out. He spins out in the mirror there. And we are already throwing up the inside of this Aston to take 6th place. He turns in on me, that's not going to do anything at that point. I'm already well up the inside, got the inside line for the corner, nothing you can do about it. So we now move on, another guy spins out there, we move up to 5th. So from 10th to 5th in half a lap. That's pretty good for this one. We're making good progress. The victory could be on here. If we keep driving at this pace, we'll be in 1st place before the end of lap 2. But the RCZ gets it wrong, the Porsche takes advantage. There was a little bit of contact, but I don't think you can really say much about that. If you leave a big gap like that, you're going to get your place taken. I nudge into the back of the RCZ there. I was a little late on the brakes, but we continue. He doesn't go off track, so it's alright. Oh, RCZ is wide, and we take another position, so we're up to 4th already. Hopefully we can gain that victory. So coming into the first turn, we're very late on the brakes, a little bit too late to be honest. A little bit wide, but we keep it on track. But we did lose a little bit of momentum and a little bit of time to the guys ahead. But that's okay, because we continue our drive forward. So we've got a little bit further to go in this race. We're only just on to the 2nd lap, so there's a lot of time to get past these guys. Porsche very wide, but I don't quite get as good an exit as I should have. But we are on the inside, we make the move done. I said you don't go for moves there earlier, but if you've got that much of an overlap going in, the guy on the outside has to yield the place. Even if they turn in at that point, you're not going to lose out. So we make that work. He disappears out of the mirror, and we have gained 3rd place. So we are onto the podium from 10th. It's not too bad. And the Nissan, a little bit wide into here, and then he kind of cuts back, but to be honest, that was a little bit my fault. So I let the guy go. I tucked my nose in, and I should have known he was going to come back there. But nothing lost. A little bit lost to the guy in 1st place, but there's still enough time to catch him, I think. And at least the Spaniard knows I'm not going to take his place off a silly move like that. So hopefully he should forgive the incident there. And it's always nice to overtake a Nissan in a Porsche down a straight. That's a good feeling, that one, because you know that Nissan's got more speed, which meant I got a way better drive out of the previous corner, and we complete the move going into turn 1. So we skip ahead there to the final lap, because not a lot happened on lap 3. I was just racing on my own. We do manage to put in, I believe it's a 1:45. It was a pretty good lap. Made some time up. Don't know if we're quite going to have enough to catch this German in 1st. Let's find out. Let's find out together. So we're just going to concentrate on consistency, keep that speed up, keep fighting to get ahead, to close that gap. And we're doing a pretty good job. The gap is coming down, but it's looking like it's a little bit too much to do in 1 lap. If we had 2 laps, probably would have caught this guy. Nice speed through there, using all of the exit curb. That was a good run. We are definitely making huge gains. We're half a second up on our quickest lap. And look at that gap come down. That's serious time gains here. I don't know what got into me, but I suddenly found my rhythm. Found an extra gear in the car. This car's now got 9 gears. Found an extra 3. And we closed the gap right down. We would have been passed by the end of turn 2 or 3, I think. But alas, the race is over, and it's a 1:45.8. Ah, so the previous lap must have been a 1:46. I couldn't quite see it. But yeah, not a bad lap there, not bad pace. So yeah, good improvements. And we move on to there's some movement going on in the camera, some big arm movements. There's conversation going on that you are not privy to, and I can't remember having. But it's the second place there. Second place from 10th. Pretty good. I'm happy with that. Very happy. And we got this Dodge Viper, again, slow off the rolling start. And I'm really not sure how you manage it, but those hazard lights aren't going to help. We now have a tea drinker in the background. He's joined us for the race. He's going to watch, at least until his tea's finished. And we're going to see what we can do here. I think this is the last race I'm going to bring you today. Hopefully it's a good one. We've got a nice juicy pack we're in the middle of. The Audi turns in a little bit there. Don't know what he was attempting, trying to stop me by hitting the side of my car. And this guy, I nudge a little bit and I try and keep it tight, and then he tries to turn in again. Once you know somebody's on your inside, don't turn in on them, especially if they've got a nose along your rear quarter panel, because you will get pit manoeuvred. I didn't intentionally do that. I tried to keep it as tight as I could, but he insisted that he wanted to be pit manoeuvred. So there you go. That's what happens, mate. You can't do that. Physics are weird in this game, and you will be pinballed round. But we've caught up with the next pack. We had the guy ahead of us got a penalty, and we both go really deep into that corner. Really deep. You both missed our braking points, but then he just leaves. He had enough. He didn't want the fight. He saw Dr. Ivor in his rear view mirror, and he was like, oh God, I don't want any of this. But we continue forward. We got 4 people ahead of us. Well, a little gap to 4th. We can make that up in half a lap, I think. We've got good pace here. Not quite as good as the last race, but we're definitely faster than the guys ahead. We got one person really wide, must have missed his braking point. The Italian there in the Nissan, and I almost hit him. Had to slam the anchors on to avoid the contact. I did get an SR down, so I must have nudged him slightly. But luckily he didn't go off track, so we both continue. He's taking a really defensive line. I'm going to brake really late and try and go around the outside, and he's just going to squeeze me out. But then I get the undercut into the next corner, and because of the previous corner, I go really wide and get the cut back again. He tries to push me wide, but I don't let him. And see you later, mate. That's all she wrote on that one. So we've lost a little bit of time to the guys ahead. We've got a little bit more to make up, but that's fine. We got time to do it. Still only a little under halfway through this race, and I think we can definitely make some gains. This Porsche with a penalty, but he's actually really good on the brakes into that corner, and secures his place for a minute. And then a little bit wide, I tuck it up the inside. Nothing he can do about it. Loving the cutbacks in this race. Absolutely loving them. You can't beat a good cutback. It is such a good move. Such a good move for a driver's arsenal. If you're not pulling cutbacks on people, throw it deep in the corner, brake a little bit later, turn in, get the drive out, undercut them. Job's a good one. So we got a good run on the Porsche now. Gonna have the inside for turn 1. Not a lot he can do about it. He is actually very good on the brakes there, but we get the move done. And we engage the nitrous. We've refilled the tank in the pits before the race started, so got another bout. We're gonna try and chase down Pepe in first place. And we've got a lap and a bit to do it. We've got good pace. We are catching Pepe. He's coming. But do we have enough time before the end of the race? Because that is a big gap. And we put a bigger bottle of nitrous in for this race, so we don't run out quite so quickly. But we're nearly at the end of the lap now. Doesn't look like we're going to catch him, even with the nitrous bottle still fully engaged all the way to the end. But we couldn't have it. And that is all from me. Thank you for watching the stream. Well, it's not a stream. Thanks for watching the video. This is Dr. Ivor. Goodbye.